You're listening to the official Minnesota Wild podcast, presented by Acrisure.
I think he had a pretty solid game, so it was nice to see, and we use him again today and tomorrow in practice, and most likely on Friday. But I thought it was a good game for him.
So most likely Jack will get another opportunity?
We haven't decided the lineup totally. I think we'll probably discuss that, today and tomorrow, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. With Zeev last night, it looked like he really made strides. And how much, one, do you agree with that? And then two, how much is that due to playing with kind of a comfortable pair there with Spurge there?
Yeah, I think Zeev had a much better game, more of the game that I think he has the ability to play what we're looking for from him. I think playing with Spurgeon certainly helps. But with that being said, I think that, Zeev's going, there's a little bit of the exploratory things that happen when, a young player comes up that's had success at the college level or, say, World Juniors or whatever it may be, that I think, not coming over the boards and understanding, some of the things that you did before you may be able to do over the course of time, but sometimes it's not there right now. And letting, for example, like being in good support on breakout routes, and then not when your D partner has the puck, you're at the blue line, ready to go on offense. It's just for him to understand, how do you generate offense? When can you generate offense? But most importantly, in this league, you have to keep the puck out of your net. Mm-hmm. The importance of puck management, the willingness to defend, the attention to detail you need to play with, particularly as a young D-man. Mm-hmm. I thought he took strides. More importantly, probably than anything that happened in the game, I thought his accountability and responsibility and details without the puck last night were more indicative of what we need from him.
Are you open to that experimentation, so to speak? I know preseason is one thing, regular season is another thing, but you want to be able to not restrain him from some of the creativity he has with his game. But are you okay with some of that, trying things and seeing what you can do at this level? Some certain things offensively.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you can see for example, he has the ability. Sometimes he'll be coming back. He can beat a forechecker and bang, he's up in the rush. That's what we want to see. But not vacating the zone, or when you have some time and space in the offensive zone, you can run the line. But when you're under pressure, manage the puck. I thought last night there's a few times he went down kind of in a pinch situation on a loose puck, and boom, he just popped it back down and reset the puck. Those are the things you want to see, and we want to see steady progression. And the other thing is the structure that you need to play with, coming into D-zone coverage, line rush defense, net front defense, corner containment, body position. There's so many little things that go into, those things that he has to, and he is coachable, but where it really takes off is when the player really values, okay, this is what is needed. And he seems to be that way and doing better. I think also playing with Spurgeon helps, because there was a lot of communication there. So as long as that continues to keep progressing, then we see a player that's playing the way they needs to play to help us win games. That's the most important thing, is you need to find a way to help us win games, not just play games.
With Juracek, he just continues to seem to make that one or two plays every game that's really putting his defense partner in dire straits, but also putting the puck in the net. Again, like you kind of mentioned the other day with your lineup in St. Louis, how much, if that doesn't change, can you continue to afford to allow him to play himself out of those type of mistakes?
Yeah, that's the learning process that David's going through, right? I think that there's been lots of good to his game. I have seen progression from him, and last night he wasn't on a power play, so now it also comes in as well as, okay, so to make the team and contribute to the team, what is it going to be, right? And now it's all the things I really talked about with Zeev, and then it's just understanding in some situations that, there's, whether it happens to be panic or a misread or whatever it might be, we got to chink those out of the game. Mm-hmm. So, but I do think that's still part of the process. I don't think that he's taken a step back, but those are the things you come into. Now maybe it comes into the regular season and you feel comfortable when you play, and maybe someone doesn't start the first game of the year, but it doesn't mean they're not going to play for us. Right. It's just, we have to try to, ultimately when it's all said and done, we have to go with the group that we feel game one is fully prepared to be able to play.
John, earlier in camp, Gustafsson talked about how he and Wallstedt have a great relationship, and kind of, in your experience, how important is it for your goalie tandem to have that kind of rely on one another relationship?
I think it's important for the goaltending tandem to have a relationship. I mean, they have to support each other because they got to be there for each other. In saying that, I think that there needs to also be a healthy competition that they do push each other from a competitive standpoint for playing time, for starts. Both guys gaining the trust of their teammates is really important. But I think when you have two guys that spend time together and work together, and they're with the goalie coach, and they can bounce ideas off of each other, and it's a healthy relationship with healthy competition, those have been the best goaltending tandems that I've been part of.
What do you thought of Tarasenko so far in recent games? I know the lines have kind of shifted a little bit, and preseason's kind of hard to judge, like a veteran player when it's not the lights aren't on yet. But what do you thought of him so far?
I think Vladdy's. I found him to be very attentive. I think he's taking information in and understanding how we want to play. I think he's a conscientious player. He's got a great hockey mind, and I think that I appreciate the fact that he's working, to be able to get the details of the game that we want to play with down at a high level. And I've liked his work ethic. I think that he's had some spots in the games where he's looked really good, and there's other ones where he's working his way into what we're doing. So overall, as far as his practice habits, his competitiveness, his willingness, I think, to play the game the right way, I think it's been very good.
Do you want to see more from Ogren? I mean, he hasn't produced. We see him at 11 a.m. producing, but not in 7 p.m. I mean, would you like to see some of that?
Yeah.
If he's going to play the next game?
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say so much. Obviously, you'd like a player to produce, but I wouldn't say that. Probably what I'd like to see is him building his game that's going to give him the best chance to be able to produce, but also help us win. He's got great speed. I'd like to see a little bit more tenaciousness, maybe some physicality in on the forecheck. I think his details away from the puck have been good, but I would say some puck management things, a little bit harder in the hard areas offensively, and really get that identity going. To me, it's not so much that he hasn't scored. There just needs to be more impact on the game from an identity standpoint.
Could he be like a fit with a Hartman and a Foligno, so to speak, with the way they play north and they're hard on the forecheck? I mean, I know Liam's capable of it. He's done that before in the AHL too, so the forecheck too. Like, do you think that three people?
I think there's a chance for that. I think that's, I made the switch mid game. To see. I think that could be a good line for sure, but it's. I also think that what's going to help Liam more than worrying about making the team and if he's produced and what line he's on is there's got to be a certain identity and play to his strengths and impact the game that way a little bit more. Not just on the score sheet, but I think overall in general.
With Foligno, do you have him just on this line right now just so you can almost look at your Ogren, or are you considering Foligno to start on the fourth line?
No, it's more right now to look at the different combos. It might change. Like, we didn't really change the lines from last night. It doesn't mean that we won't. It's kind of a quick turnaround from last night to today's practice. So we may make an adjustment or two tomorrow or on Friday. But no, I wouldn't anticipate. It's more taking a look at the other two wingers. Like, sometimes in this, for a guy like Moose, like, we know what he can do. We know what he is, and we know if we played him, we know right now if we put him with Hartman and Johansson, that's a good line. Yeah. Right? So now it's okay, what are the other guys? Are they fourth line players? Right now we don't have them there. So, and even the way we're rolling it, it's really we just rolled the lines, and he's getting his special teams. So it's more knowing what a certain player can do, but also looking at other guys in different situations.
Probably put him on that second line the way he shot the puck yesterday.
You could put him on the. I mean, that was good as well. I mean,
we know he works with that.
He works well with that. I mean, the other combo that was good at one point Moose, Rossi, and Boldy. So we got some different things that we can do, but right now it's I wouldn't totally judge on where guys are playing is where they're going to be.
Will he play on Friday again? Will Hunter get another game?
Possibly. I don't know. I'm waiting on whether Sturm is going to be able to play or not. That could, Sturm is going to practice tomorrow, so I'll probably have a better idea after practice where that went, and that's probably going to determine some of our lineup decisions.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
For an extraordinary advantage in sports, you need a game plan. For an extraordinary advantage everywhere else, all you need is Acrisure. With a high-tech human approach to insurance, cybersecurity, and more, Acrisure helps you take care of what you care about. That makes winning easy. See what Acrisure's extraordinary advantage can do for you at Acrisure.com.